everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about Cotard delusion or Cotard syndrome. The reason why I wanted to talk about this weird subject is because the other day, me and my husband were watching a movie. It was a newer one called The Lodge, with Alicia Silverstone, and nope, don't own any copyrights or anything to the movie or anything blah 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 like that. I always feel like I had to say that because, a lot of people try to sue and get offended nowadays. Nonetheless, we were watching that movie and it's about a lady who has like delusions like that disease. She thinks that she's dead, and even though she's not, and so she gets like just stir crazy and nutty and like tries to kill the children that she's watching and blah blah blah. But I won't blow the whole movie. I just wanted to say like basically kind of what happens to her quick. There's way more to the movie, but yeah. So, anyways, what Cotard syndrome or delusion is, it's when somebody thinks that like their organ is missing or shutting down, not working properly, or there's blood that's coming out of their body, like their mouth, their nose, or ears, or anywhere in their body that's actually not coming out, or like they're not losing any blood. They just think they are, or it can be like I said about the lady in the movie where you're just getting delusional and you just start thinking that you start questioning whether or not you're actually here on Earth, or if you're actually you're dead, but you think that you're still alive, and that the people that you're talking to, like let's just say I'll be talking to my husband or my kids or something. Let's just say I could be a person that would be sitting there talking to them and then suddenly think, am I really here? Is this really happening? Am I really alive? And it's funny because when we were watching the movie, I was telling my husband that I feel that way sometimes. Like I've gotten that exact feeling before where I've thought that I've questioned the reality of things, like the reality of myself too, like whether I'm or not I'm here. So it's a real disease. You can look it up and Google it, and it'll tell you the different definition that I told you, but it'll tell you like more in-depth stories, and you can also hear other people's stories that they've posted online and stuff like that. But I've had it to where like, yeah, I'll be in a conversation with my husband, and then I'll start thinking, wait a minute, am I actually having this conversation with my husband, or is he still at work, or am I really alive? And this really actually started happening to me. It's happened to me before in the past, but this really started happening to me after I was diagnosed with cancer. And I think it's because of that, like just the simple fact that I was diagnosed with that, because then it started making me question my reality. Like, okay, when I was diagnosed with cancer almost 4 years ago, did I actually die from that, or am I still alive? That sounds psychotic, but actually the funny thing is, it is a type of mental illness, that Cotard's disease. So um, I've I've never talked to my doctor about that before or anything like that, because it just sounds weird, and I think that obviously other people have had it because there's a name for it and people are talking about it, and there's a movie that just came out about it. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on, tell my story really quick, and tell you guys what that is, because yeah, it can get kind of freaky, like to where you have to snap yourself out of it or something, and just realize, yeah, we are all alive. It what's happening is really happening, and you need to just give yourself a reality check. So, yes, and my mother, she's told me before too that she's kind of had that happen to her too. So I think it kind of goes along with all the mental illnesses, depression, anxiety, um, you know, who knows, bipolar, um, schizophrenia. It probably goes along with all kinds of mental illnesses. I don't know. I don't know about 100% about that, but I just do know it is a mental illness, and it's kind of funny that I'm a person who suffers from anxiety and depression, and I've had that exact Cotard uh, syndrome thought of where I didn't know if I was actually having the conversation with somebody or not, or actually alive or not. But anyhow, I know I just made myself probably look totally insane and crazy to people, but I just thought that I would talk about that today. And I tomorrow I'm probably, well, what day is it? Actually, next week, because today's my Friday, and I only do these YouTube videos on the weekdays. I'm going to talk kind of more about um, this, along with how much the world has changed, in my point of view. I know it's changed in everybody else's point of view too. Everybody else can see how the world is changing and unfolding right in front of our eyes, but I'm gonna let you guys know how it's changed in my point of view, in my next video that I'm gonna be making next week. So sorry for making myself all of a sudden look like a crazy freaking freak, unless I've already made you guys think that in my previous videos. But I thought that I would talk about that syndrome or disease today, and let everybody know who has had that happen or is literally suffering with that, that you can get help from the psychiatrist or your family doctor or friends or family. Talk to people about it, because I'm pretty sure there's more people than just yourself and me that have had that thought before. And I'm not going to say it's a normal thought to have, because it's not really normal to think that way. But for people who have a mental disorder, I think it is normal. But I'll be on with another life topic tomorrow or next week. You guys have a good day.